Hello and welcome to our webinar on the SiteSwan website reseller program. I'm Justin, one of the co-founders here, and I'm thrilled to be with you today on this Wednesday afternoon, or morning for some of you, talking about how to start your own web design business with SiteSwan. I'm anticipating a lot of questions, guys, so let's cut to the chase. Familiarize yourself now with the options available to you on your screen, specifically the polls tab, because I want to learn a little bit about you. I'm actually going to launch 2 polls here I'd like you to answer for me because I like to know who we're talking to today. So here comes the first one. Actually, I wonder if my moderators can do this, but I'll just do it. Who cares? I want to know what your revenue goals are for starting a web design business. We kind of, brought you into wanting to do something like this. And I'm also kind of curious what your biggest concerns are with starting a web design business. For everybody, it's something different. Perhaps it's the technology, maybe it's the sales, maybe it's the management, the actual idea of owning a business. So I'd love for you and everyone on the call today to please go ahead and fill those in, because we are going to talk about that in just a little while. We're going to use that information to kind of dictate some of the directions we go in during our chat today. As soon as you answer those questions, do me a favor and head over to the questions tab. So do your poll and then go over to the questions tab. Get ready to start typing in your questions, because I have a couple moderators with me here today who will get to all of your questions that come in. They're going to save the best questions for me to answer at the end, but we will make sure that everyone has an answer in real time so you're not left around waiting. First, though, a little bit about SiteSwan. Keep filling those polls. I'm going to talk about it in just a minute. SiteSwan is a website design business in a box. We've built the most powerful website building platform specifically designed for small businesses, but we're so much more than that. And the reason we say business in a box is because we give you everything you need to start, run, and grow your web design business. We're the only platform for building sites that helps you identify those businesses that need a website, gives you the tools to acquire and retain the clients, lets you instantly create fully responsive, fully functional sites in seconds without coding, and lets you bill your customers automatically and keep track of client payments. It's literally everything you need. Now, we launched SiteSwan back in 2011. We're celebrating 10 years this year, and we are 100% committed to the growth and success of our clients and resellers. We're headquartered here in beautiful, overpriced Long Island, New York, and all of our development, coding, sales, etc., everything is done right here in the United States. You have a high-quality platform built from the ground up by people who are passionate about helping small businesses grow. Now, let's discuss what's on the agenda for today. You came here for a reason, so let's make sure we deliver. We got a few topics we're going to start with, including why sell websites. Pretty good place to start, right? Followed by what makes SiteSwan special. Then we'll talk about the biggest question on everyone's mind, which is, how do you make money? Very important. We'll also do a live platform demo, and I'm going to give you a super secret sales trick, how to land your first 10 clients today. Stay tuned for that. And finally, we will cover costs and getting started and wrap it up by answering all your questions. And then you'll know everything there is to know about starting your own web design business. Now let's look at these polls real quick. I see that it's almost split down the middle with folks whose biggest concerns are either the technology, which is building the sites, and sales, which is selling the sites. Actually, only one of you mentioned management and business ownership, so I would love to hear what questions you have about that. Now, the fact that you are posting these 2 things tells me that you have got questions about these. I know I'm going to nail the tech part of this. I know that. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to nail the sales part of it, but type in your questions now. We'll make sure they all get answered. And then when we're talking about revenue, it looks like, again, it's a 50-50 split. People between wanting to make an extra $3,000 a month and an extra $1,000 a month. Boy, I guess if I put $2,000 a month as one of the options, I would probably get all of you to agree to that. But no, this is really good. So what I'm hearing you all tell me is that you're taking this seriously. You may not be ready to completely quit your job, but you want this to be a prominent portion of your monthly income. A couple of you did indicate you want to make this your full-time thing, and only 1 or 2 of you said an extra $500 a month. So that's good. We're all in here because we're serious, and that's what counts. So I'm going to talk about those revenue numbers in about 7 or 8 minutes. So let's make sure we're all on for that. Let's start with this. The first item of our agenda. Why should you sell websites? And why now? What's the opportunity? To answer that question, let's start out with a very simple premise. Every small business needs a website. Challenge me on that, okay? Every small business needs a website. We're all in agreement on that. These days, a website is a customer expectation. If a business doesn't have a website, it's almost as bad as not having a phone number. But shockingly, only about half of the small businesses in the US have a site. So of the 28 million small businesses in the US, half of them, or about 14 million, don't have one. They need one. They want one. But here's the thing. They don't want to do it themselves. You guys have seen the commercials on TV. You've heard the commercials on the radio for do-it-yourself website builders that speak directly to the small business owner. Well, guess what? They don't want that. Those systems are not easy to use. And business owners, especially those running real businesses, they don't have the time, patience, knowledge, or interest in building their own website. They don't care how cheap it is or how cheap they believe it to be because, sidebar, all those advertised prices you hear and see triple or quadruple after the first 7-day promotional period. But look, business owners would much rather hire someone with experience to do it for them rather than do it themselves. Why don't they hire someone? Because traditional web design is way too expensive. Look, a typical web design firm will charge, let's say a pizzeria, for example, $3,000 or more to launch a website. And there's lots of companies with minimum monthly fees of like $200. It's ridiculous. You don't need to be charging these kinds of prices if you can efficiently build the sites and manage them. There's huge profit margin here, and that's where SiteSwan comes in. Our resellers use the platform to build agency quality websites at do-it-yourself prices. So it's really the perfect balance because a business owner gets a great looking site that they didn't need to build themselves, but at a price that they can easily afford and say yes to very quickly. So to say it differently, SiteSwan lets you offer everything a small business needs at a price they can actually afford. Now, this is not some cheap, sloppy website that the high school kid down the block slapped together on an afternoon after school one day. You're able to create a website on the same level as a $3,000 website for a fraction of the cost. You're offering your clients a beautiful site design where they have a login to actually make content updates and changes whenever they want, all while being mobile ready for a seamless experience on any device. Real-time statistics are built in, so you and your client can track site usage. SiteSwan sites are all optimized for getting first-page local search engine results, and our cool social media integration lets businesses connect their Facebook, Twitter, etc. accounts into their site. All the pieces are here for you to wow your small business clients. Now let's move on to our next item in the agenda, which is what makes the SiteSwan platform so special. So let's take a look at some of the key advantages of the platform that I put on the screen for you here. We'll start with prospecting. This is the first stage, of course, of the sales process. Oftentimes, finding potential advertisers, potential customers, is the hardest part of starting any business. With SiteSwan, we eliminate that with our local prospecting tool. All you got to do, and I'll demo this for you, is put in your town or city and a keyword or business category, and our local prospecting tool instantly produces a list of all the businesses in your area, showing you which have sites and which don't. And we give you their contact information and the ability to see if their current site is mobile optimized or not. These are all big, big factors. Now, another key advantage is our over 100 professionally designed industry-specific themes. We have stunningly beautiful site designs pre-built for everything from salons to electricians to veterinarians and so much more. And the best part about using these themes is our one-click site creation, where you just choose a theme and click Create Site. It's really cool, and I can't wait to demo it for you because every site you create is also mobile friendly right out of the gates. We call this fully responsive, and that means that every site you create will look great on every type of device, every operating system, every tablet, mobile phone, etc. Now, every site you create or build is hosted on our platform, our premium, super reliable, super secure cloud hosting environment, no additional charge. In fact, every site you create will also be issued an SSL certificate. You guys probably heard about this if you're new to web design. And we'll be using industry-leading security encryption for all data transfers. Knowing that the technology is there for you is key, but you also need to be able to effectively sell the sites, which is why we provide you with sales and marketing material templates like brochures and infographics and sales sheets and sales scripts and even your own marketing website. So you can tell the world you sell websites now. And if and when you need our help, our top-rated training and support is available to our resellers. From online support to live weekly webinars, we just did one earlier today, we've got you covered from day one through day 1,000. Finally, one of the biggest advantages of the SiteSwan platform, our system is 100% white label, which means that no one will ever know that you're using SiteSwan. That remains our little secret so that your competitors will be left guessing how you're pumping out such beautiful website designs at such an affordable price. But how, you ask, does it all work? So we've laid out a quick path to success here for you, and I'm going to go through it. You've got to start by signing up and joining the SiteSwan Reseller Program, because that's when you get instant access to the website building platform and all the sales and marketing resources I just told you about, and the local prospecting tool, which is your next step. Start signing up local businesses using the local prospecting tool to find the best candidates in your area to approach first. Then build out awesome sites in seconds for all the businesses who need a site or a new site without ever touching a line of code. All that's left to do now is close the deal. Collect the credit card, charge your customers both an upfront fee and schedule the first monthly recurring service fee right from your SiteSwan Dashboard. So that's all well and good, but how do you make money? I want to start by stressing that you're in complete control over how you charge your clients. So you set your own plans and prices to be anything you want. There's no minimums, there's no maximums, there's no royalty, no nothing. But you should be charging an upfront setup fee to design the site, which is typically between $300 and $2,000, as well as a monthly service fee, usually between $29 and $100 per month. Whatever you decide to charge, though, you keep all the revenue. And to top it off, as I mentioned before, you can run your client credit cards right from the SiteSwan Dashboard and set up automatic monthly or yearly billing. And if you're like most of our resellers, you use our website sales to get the relationship started with small businesses and offer them complimentary and upsell services to build up your recurring monthly revenue with them. Kind of like our built-in reputation management service, which I will highlight in a few minutes as well. So now you know how to make money, but how much are we actually talking about? Well, our minimum suggested retail price for the design and setup fee is $499. And the minimum suggested retail price for the monthly service fee is $50 a month. Even with this rock bottom pricing strategy, you'll achieve a profitability selling just 3 sites. So if you sold just 2 websites per week, you'd earn over $70,000 in your first year. If you sold 3 websites per week, you'd earn over $100,000 in your first year and be generating $7,800 in monthly residual income, which is much more than I even offered you as an option on that poll because I kind of wanted to surprise you with this. So look, that's monthly recurring locked-in revenue that you can count on month after month and year after year. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, once you get a customer on board, the statistics are highly in your favor that you'll have them for a really long time. Retention rate is phenomenal with small business websites built on SiteSwan. Look, as long as they like their site and it's working for them and they like you, you've got almost nothing to worry about, okay? So now the question on your mind, I'm guessing, is, well, can I really create beautiful sites that quickly? That I can afford to only charge $499 up front and $50 a month? Yes, let me prove it to you. And by the way, look at that $499 number for a second. All right, you guys who said $1,000 a month you want to bring in revenue, 2 sites. If you had your setup fee at $499, 2 sites, you hit that $1,000. Well, you come $2 short, but I'll give you the $2, okay? So you're basically hitting that. For those of you who said $3,000, and I'm not even counting the monthly fees, by the way. I'm talking just setup fees. So think about, for those of you who are $3,000, it's a few more sites, okay? We're not talking like having to sell, dozens or hundreds of sites every single month. This is not something that you have to go nuts with to hit a really good monthly recurring income number. So let's transition my screen. Now this is always going to be a tricky part. I am going to attempt to switch from what I'm showing you now to something else, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, I think I might have done it. Holy cow. Only one try in less than 45 seconds. All right, cool. So check this out, guys. This is what your SiteSwan dashboard looks like. And do me a favor, in the questions tab, give me a city and state. I want to do a search using our local. Wow, you guys are asking a lot of questions. I like to see it. So go ahead and give me a city and state that you guys are located in. I'll take one of the first ones that I see and pump it into our local prospecting tool. So while you're doing that, I want to show you, this is your site screen where all your sites are located. So with just a couple of clicks, you can go in and manage each and every one of your client websites. And you can go and edit them and preview them and change the, set up a user for all of your sites. And it's all editable right from here. You can also set up your billing for your customer, which I'll talk about in just a second. So, all right, a few of you chimed in. I'm going to do Greensboro. So one of the first things you're going to do, which I talked about in the kind of flow, the workflow here, is go to your local prospecting tool. It's built into your dashboard, all right? So I'm going to put in Greensboro. And then one of the things I kind of like to do, and I should have done this first, but whatever, is on our new site screen, this shows you all of our themes. Now, we're pumping out new themes all the time, and this is one of the more powerful aspects of our platform because these give you a huge head start. Now, look at this one. Actually, I'm going to do this. Look at this one. A lot of you guys might be saying, what? Who's this? What kind of business is this? Pallet suppliers. I didn't even know this was a thing. One of our resellers told us recently that pallet suppliers are apparently everywhere. They're notorious for horrible sites or no sites, and they need help. So let's do a little experiment here. Let's type in pallet. I know this is kind of random, but let's see. So what we normally find, and this is pretty much for any industry, is that half or more of the businesses are without a website, which is exactly what we're seeing here. And let me just try and click on some of these. I'm kind of curious what we're going to come up with. Sometimes we get sites like this that do not have much of a design to them. Perhaps it was built a long time ago. Let's see if we go to another one. I mean, I see, for some reason your Home Depot is getting included in this and stuff like that. But let me see what this looks like. Oh, another one. All right, so our reseller was right. There's lots of opportunities, even amongst the people who do have a website for their business. So check it out, right? So here's what we can do. We can take either one of the businesses that already have a site, but we would argue a crummy one, or take a business that currently does not appear to have a site, like this one, for example, and then all we do is click Create Site. So once I do this, I can now choose my theme. Now I'm going to choose the pallet supplier theme, which I just showed you right here. But look, we have hundreds, okay? Scroll through this, you're going to see opportunity to sell websites to towing companies and windows and door companies and carpet cleaning companies and funeral homes and architecture firms and kitchen and bath remodelers and appliance repair specialists and Greek restaurants. It's everything. It's all right here. So spend some time on this. You're going to see that we're going to save you a lot of time putting together sites for small businesses. Now, you might, if without this theme, right, you might say, I have no idea what belongs on a pallet supplier website. No idea, okay? But we take the guesswork out of that for you. And by the time this blue bar goes from the left to the right side of my screen, this is that one-click site creation we're talking about. You're going to see a complete website design that's ready to go for Delta Pack Inc. with all the most important information about their business preloaded into the site and ready to show to the customer right now. I actually couldn't even finish my statement. The site was already built. So check this out. I'll go into preview mode. This is what you can show off to your client right now. Any of whoever that was that's in Greensboro. Right now, you go in and show this off to the client, and they're going to think you spent hours or days working on this site design. You're going to say, hey, Delta Pack, I would love to show you a website homepage you've been working on for your business. I have it ready here on my laptop. I'd love to sit down with you for 2 minutes to go over it with you. And then you can show them this. And just imagine their first impression when they see, holy cow, this is what we do. It makes sense. It aligns with our specialties. It might even be their color palette. Talks about why people should choose them over the competition. Talk about a satisfaction guarantee, which they likely have, along with some other things they offer, which they likely do. And then look, some templated reviews, a contact form, and their information is right here. Their address, their phone number, their map of directions, hours of operation, payment methods they accept. It's all right here. Even a link to social media. So without doing anything else, this is ready to go. And check this out. You notice, it's obvious to you that you see that you have professional photography, you have expertly written content, but this ain't just a pretty homepage, okay? We have got, in this case, 5 pages of beautiful beautifully laid out content that makes sense for what a pallet supplier company would need out of a website. So you can look like a true professional who knows their business without ever even doing an ounce of research for what a pallet supplier actually does. Well, I probably would recommend you just at least read some of the content on this so you can understand what a typical pallet supplier actually does provide. Okay? So now let's just say they like what they see, right? But they have a real logo they want to swap out, and maybe there's one of these things they don't do, or they have an additional service that they want to add. Let's say they don't do recycled pallets. I don't know. So look, when you're logged into your website, you have this administrative controls, and you have things like layout, where with one click you can change the entire layout of the site. Really cool feature. Okay. You also have options for the design, where you can swap out the logo for their real logo, change their business name and tagline, fonts, colors, and sizing, change the shape of the buttons, for goodness sake, the colors in the site, the fonts are over here, everything is editable. Pages, so like I said, it's got 5 pages to start, but maybe they want an additional page. You can add new pages, rearrange the navigation bar, change the names of the pages, hide the pages, make pages password protected, whatever you might need to do for the client. You can assign a domain name to the site. Of course, every site needs a domain name. Punch in the domain name here, follow our 5-minute instructions for pointing the domain, and now the site is live. Statistics are built in so you and the client can know what's happening with the site, how people are interacting with it, how long they stay on the site, and stuff like that. Now, when it's time to actually add and edit content on the site, you use what we call our content creation toolbox. You simply choose the type of content you want to add, fill in the blanks, and click post. And check this out. We have this really cool image library where not only do you have access to all the images that are used in this theme, which you can use anywhere else on this site, but you also have access to upload your own imagery that they might provide you with, or that's on their Facebook page or their existing website, or you can go to the free image search and look through over 2 million images that you can use on your site at no cost. So this is all built in. You can search through them, find good imagery, and then, like some people might do teamwork to show, like a group photo of what, professionals might look like in the office setting of this pallet supplier. Okay, so you can do stuff like this. The options are endless. So that's great. You have easy access to pump in new content. But let's just say, for example, like we want to do what I had suggested earlier, where they don't do recycled pallets, but they do, let's say, custom pallets or specialty pallets. So let's do this, right? Let's click edit on this post, and let's modify the content for this one, and we'll change this to be specialty. And then we can change this text to also say specialty, and maybe we'll write something totally different. But for now, I just want to emphasize the simplicity involved with modifying the content that appears on the pages, and that's it. This change is done. Simple things like changing colors and stuff is all easily doable. Like take a look at this. We have a row background editor, so we could change this to like a gray if we wanted to, so that looks a little bit different. We can then go ahead and change the button color to green. All this stuff is easily doable by you, and you don't need to have a tech degree or any sort of HTML knowledge to be able to effectively make changes. Now, back in your dashboard, I want to walk you through something else that's really important. So let's just say we spoke to Delta Pack and they loved it, and like, yeah, this sounds great. I want to have a couple changes in mind, but overall this looks really good. So now we need to charge Delta for the website, right? So we click Setup in the billing column, and then we choose the plan that they signed up for. So maybe it's $4.99 and $50 a month. And then you can actually type their credit card number in right into this dashboard and then charge them the fee for their site. Process that payment right from here. The money gets distributed into your account, and that is it. Now, another option for you, which is really cool, you can even send them a link so that they can fill out their credit card information themselves on their own terms from their own device, super securely, and this will then get added to their dashboard, to your dashboard, so you can process the payment on that card. So we've thought of everything in that respect. Now, also available to you, as we spoke about before, the sales and marketing material and your resources, this is available to you from day one. We have really cool stuff. Like right now, it's really big, these QR code menu signs. I know this isn't web design, but you want to help out a small business customer, showing that you care about and think about what their needs might be. Give them a sign for their restaurant. That could be a little bonus when you sign them up for a website. Say, you know what, I'm also going to give you this little sign. create these QR codes, pop them in there. Now people can go right to the new menus page of your new site to see the menus when they're sitting at your tables, okay? Fun stuff like that. Then we have this stuff, which is for the reputation management service, which I could talk about if we get questions about it. We have reasons, 5 reasons every business needs a website. Help you overcome common objections. Comparing, hiring an agency versus doing it yourself. A beautiful 4-page brochure that you can customize and then print out. Postcards, mailers, business cards, it's all here. It's all ready to go. In addition to a sample contract, a website owner handbook that people can, basically an instruction manual people can use to make changes to their own site. All these helpful videos and how-tos. We give you everything you need from day one. So that's the majority of what you're going to see in the dashboard. I'll answer more questions if they come through about it. Let me go back to what I wanted to make sure we covered today so that we do not miss out. So let me just switch my screen back to what we were looking at before. If I can find it. There it is. Hey, all right. All right, let's proceed. Now, I promised you a little secret, right? A little sales secret. Well, get your pens ready. Although you could probably just copy and paste this. Why is this not? Oh, I see. I have this over here. Oh, whatever. Who cares? All right, I'll do this. Okay. So, you understand the simplicity of the platform now. Here's that little sales secret I promised you. This is something, by the way, that one of our clients shared with us and gave us permission to hand out to everybody. And this is going to be something that'll help you land your first 10 clients right out of the gate and just from Facebook. So after you sign up, post this on Facebook. It says, and I'll read it to you, our area needs some help right now. Some love right now. It'd be nice if I could actually read it. Need some love right now. To help, I'm going to give away 10 free website builds this month. No gimmicks, no catch. The hosting cost afterwards is minimal. Comment below if you want details. Now, like I said, one of our resellers just posted this. It was a few months ago. All 10 sites were spoken for in the matter of like a week or two. So that one post was worth $500 a month to him in recurring residual revenue. Those people who put in $1,000, you're halfway there, okay? There's a lot of creative ways to market your business like this. And being a part of the SiteSwan family, we try to expose you to as much of this as possible for your benefit. Remember, we're a lot more than just a website builder. In fact, let's go over what's included. So you're essentially getting a web design business in a box, which consists of our proprietary, custom-built, easiest to use responsive website builder pack with 100+ custom themes for tons of industries, your very own marketing website so you can tell the world you're selling websites now, lots of sales and marketing materials to help you sell more sites more efficiently, personalized sales and product training, reliable 24/7 online and email support, your very own reseller dashboard where you can manage your clients from, discounts on our We Build It design service, all the secure cloud hosting for every site in your account, the privilege of having a solution that's white labeled, totally branded for you, the freedom to set your own prices, and the ability to charge your customers right from your dashboard. All of this with no loyalties and no franchise fees of any kind. All you pay is one flat, low monthly fee. How much exactly? Let's discuss. So you have 3 plans to choose from. I'm going to start from the left. Our starter plan is $149 a month, includes the ability to build, sell, manage, and host up to 10 sites. However, I have to point out, this plan does not have a local prospecting tool, which lets you search and see which businesses in your area do or do not have a website, or the client billing feature. But for $50 more, our agency plan is $199 per month. That includes the ability to build, sell, manage, and host up to 20 sites, plus the local prospecting tool. I will be honest with you, most people choose to start with this plan because not only do you get, double the amount of sites, but you also get the local prospecting tool, which is super helpful in finding clients who need sites, and then of course the client billing. Eventually, you will upgrade to the Pro plan, which is $300 a month for 100 sites. Now I say will because, especially our crowd today, with goals of $1,000 to $3,000, you are going to sell more than 20 sites. You're going to. Now, when you're on this plan, it comes out to just $3 per month per site. So think about your margins here. You're charging $50 or more per month. Your costs are essentially $3 per month. So your margins get better and better with every site that you sell. Most people who start with this plan already have existing website clients that they want to kind of move to the SiteSwan platform, or they have a really strong plan in place to grow extremely quickly, having salespeople on board and things like that. But look, review the plans, make your own decisions by going to joinsiteswan.com to get started. Now, let us get your questions answered. I'm hoping that I have answered some of the questions that I've been hearing come in, but I will go through and look at some of the best questions that my moderators have left for me, and we are going to address them. So Brenda asked if the sites are WordPress or Wix. None of the above. Option C. SiteSwan is a proprietary platform where all the sites that you build in SiteSwan are built on. It's a closed-ended system that's designed for small business websites. So if you're looking to sell websites to small businesses, some of the easiest websites to sell, informational lead generating sites, this is where you gotta be. Brad's asking, who buys the domain name and who controls that? So you're going to find that a lot of small businesses already have their own domain name. So all you got to do is just get their login information and connect it up. If they don't have a domain name, you can purchase one for them and then incorporate that into your setup fee. Domains cost like less than $20 a year. We have a recommended domain name provider that we're going to point to you, which is super affordable and super easy. Let's see. Brenda's saying, what about using Google My Business for leads on Google? Yeah, hey, why not? Right? I mean, there's so many ways to get leads. You are more than welcome to do searches on Google, either instead of or in conjunction with our local prospecting tool, but nothing beats the ability to actually build the site, as you just saw me do, right from your dashboard using a list that was curated for a specific industry. Amy's saying, how quickly can we actually make money? And really what it comes down to, Amy, is how quickly you can find a business who needs a website, right? Our local prospecting tool makes that super easy. And by searching for businesses, you can easily identify them. When you figure out, if you're going to sign up on, let's say, the $199 plan, for example, how soon can you make money, turn a profit? It's as soon as you can. If you sold one site in your first month, let's just say, just one, at $500, you've made money, right? Because you're only paying $200 a month for the service. And then obviously, once you get to the point of 4 sites paying you $50 a month per site, you're now in the black on an ongoing basis every single month. If you use that Facebook trick I sent you, you might make money even faster. Colleen is saying, I work full-time. Can I do this part-time? Heck yeah. This is not something you have to devote all your time and energy to. And look, if you're going to get into something new, why not just start part-time? Devote whatever time you can to start. And when you find you're really enjoying it and you really see big opportunities for growth, then maybe you'll decide to devote all of your attention to this. Getting off to a quick start was the second part of your question, Colleen. And the nice thing is that as soon as you get on board, we go through a getting started webinar with you that is designed to help people who are just getting on board for the first time get up to speed as quickly as possible. So those are super helpful. We also have a library of those you can watch as well, so you don't even need to attend one live if you don't need to. Bill with a famous last name. So DNS settings, he's got 2 questions. What is the process for helping a customer switch their DNS? Bill, I said 5 minutes, I was wrong, it's 3 minutes. Might even be 2 minutes. Process for porting the domain name. We have step-by-step instructions that helps you go through the process of pointing the domain name. Do not get hung up on any of the technical details associated with it, because if you ever have concerns, our team is here to help. You are right about the A record thing. We have the CNAME record, which is the best way to point the domain name live because it points to a multitude of IP addresses, so you don't need to worry about that. But if for some reason an IP address was necessary, we'd be able to provide you with one, but it's a non-issue. Let's see. Yeah, right. You're talking about domain name providers with no forwarding option, right? Then you can use an IP address we give you. All right. So Dennis is asking, do you have or offer a theme for a personal trainer, a one-on-one personal trainer? I learn faster when someone shows me how to do something. Right on. So I'm just going to quickly show you, if I can switch my screen again without completely messing everything up. Bear with me. There we go. I think. Yeah. So in the Create New Site screen, we can actually obviously scroll through this all day long, and you're going to find lots of different options. If we also go to, I think this is falling with sports and fitness, you are going to see, here's a personal trainer one right here. Okay, this is a one-on-one personal trainer theme that we have, which is awesome. You know what we've seen big opportunities in? Yoga and Pilates and stuff like that. Big opportunities. Dance studios as well. Here's another personal trainer one. So we have lots of options for you, and that's actually one of my favorite themes. This personal training theme came out. Awesome. Super easy to customize and get ready to go. And of course, obviously, once you get on board, you attend our webinars and we'll hook you up. Bill's asking, once again, Bill, does SiteSwan have the ability for me to know if an existing customer has a credit card decline? So let's say I have 1,000 customers. How do I know if one of them is past due? So fortunately for you, Bill, you have that ability. So right from your site's dropdown, you have a past due screen where you can see all of your clients who are past due. Very easy to jump to that. Okay. Bill's also asking, am I free to use some of your themes on my website to showcase some work that I'm capable of doing? Yeah, we actually encourage that. So if you have your marketing site set up saying that, hey, I build beautiful websites for small businesses, and you're like, well, I want to actually show some examples of what I'm capable of, you could take some screenshots of our themes just like this, pop them onto your site, and then highlight that. Of course, this would require that you're a client. You can't just take these and use these if you're not a SiteSwan client, but if you are, then yes, you can. Okay, Colleen is saying, if I use a marketing website from SiteSwan, is that included in the price to sign up for this opportunity? Yeah, the marketing website we provide you with, we automatically drop into your account within an hour or so after you sign up. And it doesn't matter what plan you sign up for, you will get the marketing website in your account. Dennis is asking, do I have to sign up or buy in before I get this schooling? Yes, all of our resources are exclusive to our active paying customers. It wouldn't be fair to them if we let non-paying customers in on that, because these are kind of the secrets to the trade of best practices of selling websites to small businesses. Brenda's asking, any testimonials on this webinar? I only saw a few there. Should be more. Do you guys use Trustpilot? Oh, you're trying to like vet us. Okay, yeah, no problem. So what I can do is I can defer you to, and I see like our moderator already did. So if you type in SiteSwan reviews, you're going to see a lot of stuff. It's all going to be positive. Well, it should all be. I'm sure that it is. But check out this. So Capterra, you mentioned Trustpilot, but check out Capterra. Capterra is a website, software review website. Software review, yeah. And they show public reviews of websites. Matter of fact, we just got featured as one of the top 20 website builders. Capterra actually put this list together based, here it is, top 20 website builder software 2020. And we're very proud of what some of our customers have said about us on here, but all the truth is here, so please check it out and see for yourself. All right, Dennis, well, when will you guys have a template for campgrounds? Hey, pretty cool idea. I actually think we have something coming on the themes department on that. Let's see. Is a design, Jaquette is saying, is a design reusable for the same industry type? Yeah, so let's just say you have like, 3 barbecue restaurant joints that you want to build sites for. Yeah, use the same theme for all 3 of them. Why not? Go for it. Look, you're probably not going to end up with the sites looking exactly like the theme when it's all said and done, because of different colors. They're going to have their own ribs that they want to show, So things will look a little bit different, each one, even though you might start with the same theme. So don't you worry about that. Okay, Bill's asking a great question. What are some of the typical questions you'd ask a new client so that you can set up a website for them properly? Like a little order form, so to speak. So we do have something in our resources section of the dashboard, which I'm going to hopefully locate for you right now, called the website design brief. Thank you. And I'm going to find it. Here it is. This is a PDF that you can download and print out, throw your brand on it, whatever you want to do. And it's got all of the information right here. Is this going to open for me? Booyah, there it is. All right, so here it is. Collect all their information. Talk about the payments they accept, their social media stuff, about the company, any design notes and things like that. It's all right here for you. So yes, short answer to your question is yes. Brenda's saying because of COVID, it is not really that possible for me to meet in person. And can this be done via the internet only? Yeah, heck yeah. Matter of fact, most of our resellers do business over the phone and email exclusively, and text too. You can create and present a demo design over the phone by simply sending the business owner a link and then presenting it to them over the phone. We have training on this. We show you how to do it. It's all here for you. You don't have to go out there and deal with people in person. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Bill's asking some really good questions today. He's serious about this. As a business owner, not familiar with your CMS, but I intend to get going this week. Cool. How much time should I realistically plan to spend with a new customer once the purchase decision is reached to get their content put in place, like 45 minutes or 2 hours? I'm trying to determine a setup fee. Great question. So what this really comes down to is if the client is going to give you the content. So if they give you content, it'll take you minutes to copy and paste that into the different spots throughout the site using our website editor. If you use the content that's already included in our theme, and that's something I'm going to highly recommend to all of you when you're just starting out your first 5, 10, 20, 50 sites, heck, all of your sites. Just sell businesses, just sell websites to businesses that align with our themes. It's going to save you so much time and energy. And if you use the content that's in theme, you're going to personalize a little bit. You're going to change a couple of colors. You might change things here and there, but we're talking about, remember, a 5-page website. We're not talking about a 30-page website. So if you're going to be done in 5 pages and it took you more than 5 or 10 minutes on each page to modify a couple of colors and things like that to make the theme bang for this particular client, I'd be very surprised. So I don't think you're going to get burnt with even charging our suggested price of $500 up front. But look, you could also the only way to truly know how fast you are going to operate is by doing it yourself. So if you lose a couple of bucks because it took you a little extra longer on your first couple, and you can raise your prices for the next round. Eric is asking, how soon do I get my website? Sorry, I just got something in it. How soon do I get my website up to start advertising my business? Within an hour or two after you sign up, it will be there. Okay, so Bill is thanking Robert, one of our moderators, for his quick and thorough answers. I will accept a thank you as well, Bill. I'm just kidding. I'm glad that we can help. Let's see. Amy is somewhere else. She's like, how do I get back to the presentation? It's remarkable you can type in that question without seeing the presentation, but maybe my screen turned off. I'm not quite sure, but if you're still having a problem, please, Amy, write in again. We'd love to know what's going on. We think the software works the way it should, so the Livestorm software. Bo is asking, are there any introductory sales scripts? Heck yeah, it's all right here in the dashboard. Let's see. What else do we have? I'm just going to take like 2 more questions. I'm going to take like the best ones and then go and then let you all go because we're kind of at that mark where we like to wrap up. But I will assure you that even after I sign off, we're going to keep the chat going and the questions going to make sure people get their questions answered. Jaquette is saying, if I'm interested in the agency plan, do I have to pay the entire year up front, or can I pay the monthly amount? So you can pay monthly or yearly, and if you pay yearly, you do get a discount. You get essentially 2 months free. So check that out. I am going to pick one more. Okay. Colleen, I'll just answer yours real quick. Business cards, we have a template for that as well. It's right over here. You can also find really cool like business card designs like on your Fiverr or stuff like that as well. But that's a template you can just run with right away. Okay, this question is from Debbie. This will be the last one that we do today. Do I have to be limited to just my immediate area to sell websites to? No, you don't. You can use the local prospecting tool to search businesses anywhere. However, most people find that when they're selling websites to businesses that are nearby, they can better identify with them, better understand some of their struggles, issues, problems, etc. Help solve for them, and also help kind of identify as a local, help build that relationship up, and of course get potentially referrals. And if you are the type of person who isn't afraid to go out and talk to people, or who just want to be a part of like a local chamber of commerce or something like that, you can definitely benefit from keeping at least most of your marketing efforts and client building efforts within a concentrated area, preferably as close to where you live as possible, in case you do have to go out and about and stuff like that. Okay. So with that, I do see a couple more questions coming through. My moderators will hang on and answer them for you. But for everyone else who is here, thank you so much for being a part of this today. We really appreciate your participation, answering our polls, asking those questions. Great questions today. So I wish you all a very happy rest of the day, rest of the week, and heck, rest of the month at this point. So let's bring on August. Catch you guys all later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.